Welcome to the section on scanning and enumeration. So in this first episode, we are going to focus on installing a vulnerable VM. And that vulnerable VM is called Kioptrix. So I am on the Google machines. I am here not in a VM. This is on my Windows machine. So we're going to install a second VM and we're going to run Kali and the secondary VM together. So go ahead and go to Google, and I want you just to search for Kioptrix level 1, should appear. And we're looking for VulnHub right here at the top. So VulnHub is a great resource. If we go to the homepage really quick and we take a peek, you can see that VulnHub just has a bunch of different machines in here, and these are all vulnerable machines. You can actually download these, and you can see the different levels on them, beginner to intermediate, what kind of flags are available, etc. So it's really nice because every machine has a vulnerability, and it's kind of like a puzzle. You know, you want to download it, you want to run it, and try to break into it. So these are really good, and they have a lot of different practice ones. There's good lists out there. If you're planning on taking something like the OSCP, there's a list out there by a guy named Apache that has OSCP to VulnHub like boxes, and we can just Google that as well. Everything's on Google, guys. So we could say something like VulnHub OSCP boxes, something like that. And Apache's first one right here is this, and you can see Kioptrix level 1 is actually on the list. So we are in the beginner friendly. We're going to do a walkthrough first of this box, and then we'll walk through some more machines and just get that repetition in, and it'll get better and better as we go. So back to the story at hand. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be downloading this guy and then running it. So if you see right here, there is a download button. We're going to go ahead and just click that download button. If I can click the right one, it's going to have an option for us to directly download, a mirror download, and then a magnet download if you are a torrent user. So I'm just going to click on this and access denied. Okay. I'll click on the mirror. This is why we have a mirror. And then I'm going to hit save down here. And go ahead and download this, and then meet me with your VMware open. Open a secondary VMware when yours is done. So go ahead and pause and then come back. All right, so at this point, we should have this VMware running here. And in the background, I also have a secondary VMware. So when I say secondary, I've got Kali running here in the back. You can see it. And then I also have this VM workstation right here. So what we also need to do is we need to locate the newly downloaded file. And that is going to be a RAR file. So go ahead and find that. So I use a tool called 7-Zip. You're more than welcome to use something like WinRAR or whatever to open these. And then I'm just going to extract this where I want it. So go ahead and extract. I'm just going to drag and drop it right now to the folder I'm putting it in. And we should be good to go there. So from that point, once you're all extracted, and pause if you need to, go ahead and close out of your 7-Zip here. And then you're just going to go ahead and select Open a Virtual Machine. So we select that, navigate to the folder that has Kioptrix in it. Here, mine is in my downloads folder. I'm just going to go ahead and click on Kioptrix. And that's going to set the machine for us here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to edit the machine settings and make sure that everything is correct. So we're going to give it a NAT setting instead of a bridge setting here. And we can look at the memory, 64 megabytes. That's a little low. I'm going to go ahead and just give it a little bit more. I'm going to give it like 256. You don't need a lot for this because all we're doing is running it in the background, but we do want to give it a little bit just so it kind of boots kind of quick. So we'll go ahead and hit OK on that. And now there's one more thing that we want to do. I'm going to drag this over. Go ahead and open up your folder with your Kioptrix. So it should look something like this. We have this file folder in here. We've got some configurations. We've got the actual VM sitting right here. There is this virtual machine configuration file here. We're going to go ahead and just right click on that and select edit. Now you can open with you could choose another app and hit Notepad if you don't have something like, let's do this together. We'll use Notepad because that's very common. So we'll go ahead and use Notepad and say OK. and I'm going to drag it over. And then all we're going to do is hit Control and F together. And all we're going to do is search for bridged. Now we're going to go ahead and take the match case off and just hit Find Next. And here we see under Ethernet 0 network name equals bridged. We're going to actually just go ahead and change that to NAT. And then we're going to hit Save. And then we're going to come back into our machine and we're going to go ahead and just power it on. And go ahead and select I copied it. And now this will boot up. It'll just take a minute here, and then we should be brought to a screen where we are successfully loaded. And another note is if you click in the machine, you're going to notice that you might not be able to move your mouse around. I'm moving my mouse now. It's not working. All you got to do is hit Control and Alt together as it says to return to your computer, and then you come back. So if you ever have that issue, Control and Alt will get you back out of that mode. So here we go. We are now at this screen. It says, welcome to Kioptrix Level 1 Penetration and Assessment Environment. And then it gives us a login prompt. So from here, we're actually not going to try to attack the login. We're going to take this offline or we're going to minimize this, I should say. We're going to log into our Kali Linux machine, and then we're going to try to attack it. So first step is we're going to scan it, do a little bit of enumeration, and then we'll do some attacking and kind of go from there. So that's it from this video. Go ahead and minimize, log into your Kali machine, and then I will catch you over in the next video where we start talking about Nmap.